guess I talked a little bit about like what are healthy comments or just positive comments, but I've just decided from now on, usually I don't even address those. I think in the future I'll just delete them up. So like if your comment doesn't fit the criteria of being healthy, positive, constructive, or true, like if it's totally kind of like weird or it's just disrespectful, it just gets to the deletion bin. So like if you wonder why your comments don't go through, it's because you aren't learning how to make good comments on the YouTube. And it might be also a self-control thing, and that's just how my channel rolls, because we're into positive comments, we're into comments that aren't like rude and weird, anyway. But I've been having so much fun, and I really love that braid video. It's like crushing it. It's gonna get up to 22,500 views, and I'm like, you crush it, video. And I'll wait for some better comments, because I'm sure like as the days go by I'll get better comments on that video, and I just had to delete the ones that were just not good. I'm just like, oh, those were weird comments. So keep it positive. Private message if you have a question. Don't just blast things up, and then we can have a discussion, but don't just post whatever pops in your head, because I'm just not that kind of channel. Some people just want lots of views for anything. This is why some people turn off their comments completely. Like on TikTok, I've been noticing some people just turn off comments. And that's actually kind of cool to turn off comments sometimes. Reason being is if people aren't writing good comments, or they're not thinking about what they're commenting on, sometimes they have to turn off the comments on you guys. But we'll see. I'm just going forward, I just want lots of like thought-provoking, good, positive, constructive, and yes, I love myself and I love the way I look. I look great every day, all the way. Very happy with myself. I don't know. Like I said though, to people that make weird comments, I want you to send me your pictures and I can critique you. If that's if that's something you guys want, I could do that for you. I mean, I don't want to do that, but maybe that's something somebody wants. I don't know. But anyway, in the future, I'll just delete it up. Like, if something's weird, I'll be like, let's delete the comment. So I kind of stopped talking about, in one of the last videos, I had to go do something. But I was talking about, like, the TikTok about the lady at the Cheesecake Factory and how this man was ordering for her and picking what they ate. Well, first off, I mean, I didn't exactly, like, I just don't date anymore, but like one of the last times I went on a date, at first my sister's like, oh, he's so nice because like he took you out to dinner, and I'm like, I wasn't impressed, because first off, he didn't let me order what I wanted, and he said he would order for me because I knew I would like it. And going back in time, I wish I would have been more assertive and said, no, I'm going to order what I like because I know what I like. And then he made a comment about how, about how I eat something. But honestly, I wanted to order a stir fry that had small pieces. I don't like food that's in big pieces, because honestly, I'm not one of those people that can just easily like chew things that are big that you can't cut up into small pieces. Like some people like that, but I like to cut my food up into bite-sized pieces because that's just how I chew. And I don't like eating food that's in big pieces, because honestly, that's just not what I like. And I didn't stand up for myself in that situation. So the Cheesecake Factory video on TikTok, it was different in that this lady, like, I thought she was beautiful. She was curvy. She wasn't like rail thin. She was a curvy lady. And this guy was like making comments about how she shouldn't eat certain things and how she shouldn't order certain things. And he was like wanting to order things. But I think, like, I honestly just am not interested in dating, period, because it just seems like so much work. Like, in modern times, like, so many people go on these dates and they just don't seem good. Like, I think you just need to meet people in an organic way where you're friends and one day you realize, like, there's a connection. Like, I just don't think dating culture is healthy, because, no, it's just not healthy. And for that man to tell the woman that she shouldn't have dessert, like, that's weird. Like, And you wouldn't be happy with a guy like that anyway, because he'd be like one of those kind of guys that would berate her and tell her that she couldn't eat dessert. And that's weird. Like, if he wanted to date a gym person, he should go to a gym or something. Like, why is he on, like, the dating app? But personally, I would be off the dating app. And I'm not saying, like, people should, like, gain lots and lots of weight, but there's nothing wrong with being curvy. And I still think there's a little bit of, like, there just seems to be people that don't like curviness, and they think they get to project those feelings onto the general population. But a lot of people actually like curviness. Like, I don't tell people what my preferences are, but, like, I never tell women, like, because I think there's many different kinds of women, and I think it's kind of weird to, like, think a certain kind of woman or a certain kind of man is more attractive because of their physical. I admire people that could walk 7 or 8 miles, like, in a couple hours, who are just very, like, athletic without a gym, who are very active, who eat fruits and vegetables, who are foodies, who eat a wide variety of foods. Like, those are the kind of people I admire. But I don't purposely go to other people's channels or, like, in real life with my friends. I don't tell people what I think about other women. Like, I would feel kind of embarrassed, like, within myself, if I made comments about other women, because it is, like, it's not good. It's just not healthy. But it's a very extroverted thing. I think extroverted people think that they can make any comment that pops in their head or something, or if they didn't vet something, they just comment on it very openly without knowing, like, if what they're saying is true, or without realizing, oh, maybe I said something that I shouldn't say, or maybe it's just kind of not classy. You know, it's not every comment that people make are classy. So I want to have a healthy page, and in doing that, I have to, like, rather than address the people, I guess I told one of them, like, you know, watch your comment, because I do have comment policy. I guess I could have just put their comment to deletion bin land and been like, you know, that's good enough, you're deleted up, you didn't follow comment policy. I think that would have been best way forward, you know. But I guess some people just didn't realize I do have comment policy on my channel. So for me, it's just being respectful. And if it's something you really wouldn't say in public, or, like, you wouldn't, like, if somebody has a channel where they're, like, saying comment on this or comment on that, yeah, you could. But if somebody didn't ask, like if it's just unsolicited kind of borderline rudeness, you messed up. But I don't like to give too much credence to people who mess up too much. Like, I'm just like, oh, you messed up a little. Or maybe, like, you need to focus within yourself. So I'm on the healthy, introverted, self-growth boundary line journey. Like, where my boundary lines are going higher every day. And I'm getting to the point that I just want to stick up for myself more. So in the past, like, when I was in situations where I didn't stick up for myself more, I don't think I would confront somebody, like, if, well, like, for instance, like, the guy, like, yeah, that might be nice that a guy takes you on a date, and I know my sister is really impressed. She's like, he took you on a date, but I'm like, no, I don't have anything in common with this dude, because first off, he told me he was separated and not divorced because he had a 14-year-old daughter. I'm like, that's weird. Not interested. I'm not interested. Like, if you're separated, you shouldn't even be dating. That's weird. Like, go and find another hobby for yourself. Nobody's interested in that. And then not only that, like, I don't usually care what car people drive, but he was driving a really old car that he said he couldn't have the heater work in the car, or it would, like, blow out the engine. And just knowing that this person works in kind of like a car-related, like, repair industry, but he was willing to drive a car like that, it just didn't make any sense. And that he liked to drive around a lot, and it wouldn't probably get good gas. I just didn't understand, like, the rationale in holding on to a car like that. To me, like, I know some people like to restore cars, so this wasn't a beautiful car. It just seemed like he liked to spend money on what he wanted, and then he thought people wanted to date him when he was separated and not divorced, and it was just weird. And it's different than that Cheesecake Factory scenario. That was just another reason I'm like, I don't feel any need to date people. Like, I know a lot of people want to get out there, they want a relationship, they want that status of being with someone, but I'm just like, unless it happens organically, healthy, and naturally, I just don't want it. And I've just given my future self permission to get up and walk away from any situation that just seems disrespectful. I know some people are really into confrontation and they would tell somebody if something crossed their boundary lines, but I think in the future, if something crosses your boundary lines, no matter what it is, just disengage. You don't need to engage with them because already, like this scenario with the guy at the Cheesecake Factory, the fact that he felt comfortable making those comments about a lady that was nice enough to want to go on a date with him, that he felt comfortable doing that, I would have been like, I probably would have been like to her, I would have been like, oh, well, you have a good evening. And I probably would have got up, got back in line and asked to be reseated in my own booth or something, or get my food to go. Like, I just don't think, like, in any future interaction, rather than have a confrontation with somebody, I get up, I walk away, and I don't need to discuss it with them, because I'm like, already the person who did that, they feel comfortable, like they feel super comfy saying or doing things towards you, and they didn't really care, or they didn't think that what they said, did, or thought might have like violated you in some way. They were okay. Like, they were okay making those comments. They were okay doing those things. And you could have like this confrontation or this dialogue, but it's not going to change anything, because originally, I know some people are like, but you can have a discussion and people can learn to like mend their differences, but sometimes I just don't see the point. And maybe this is a more introverted perspective, because already you have people that are very, and not all extroverted people, some extroverted people just, like, they enjoy interacting with people, but they don't need to project their opinions on everybody. You could just be extroverted in that, you're very self-aware and you don't feel like you have to project all your opinions on other people or anything that could be kind of just not classy. I think that is actually what it is. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to put that on my blog. I do have some words on my blocked words list, but I'm like, I guess now I have to add certain body shape descriptors to the blocked words list. It's getting weird, guys. Like, well, basically, it's this whole thing with the guys and sometimes women who think it's okay to like comment on a certain woman's body shape unless she's really skinny or something. But then that's not okay either, because I had the 10-year hair journey video in which I was very skinny in some of those videos, and some guy on a forum told people that he thought I was unhealthy because I was so skinny, but I wasn't. I just was doing like vegan smoothies, so yeah, I lost a lot of weight. But for me, that's not sustainable, and I'm not one of these people who can maintain a really slim physique, and I do want to eat a plant-based diet. That's what I'm going to eat. And I like to eat a variety of foods, so I'm sorry if I don't look like certain people, but I'm actually happy with how I look. Like, I've had men who like it. Like, if some guy wants to make some weird off comment, like, this is not a channel talking about body image, but it came to mind that I had to kind of address it, because he said something that made some person who's never been on my channel before think I was pregnant. It was weird. Like, I'm like, oh. But then now that I think about it, it's embarrassing for him and not for me, because I'm like, wouldn't you be kind of embarrassed that you made a comment like that? And then you made somebody think something that's not true? I don't know. I'd be embarrassed. So, but JJ, you have a good point. I think I'm going to have to add that to the naughty word list, because apparently... No, I would never date again. Like, even if you are single, this is just my opinion, even if you are single, like, it would be good to maybe meet somebody, but I just want to meet somebody in a healthy kind of way, and I decided I would never date again, because the people I knew, like, that actually met people that they were friends with first, it wasn't like this date scenario, and now, in 2023, it's gotten more, it's just strange because it's so many interactions where it's either a woman thinks that a guy needs to take her to a more expensive place to go out to eat, which is weird. I don't get that. Or it's the other end of the spectrum where a guy is making a comment about what a woman orders, or like a date I went on last year where the guy wasn't even divorced, he was separated, and he wanted to order for me. There's just so much weirdness with dating that I don't think being in a relationship is that important. Like, just do it organically, like, see what happens. Why is it that people need to find these things? It's like a relationship is not a job. You can live without a relationship. I know, like, some people are like, oh my god, I can't live without, but wouldn't you rather have like a healthy, I guess that's weird, the thing about me, I just always wanted healthy things in my life. I didn't want a relationship just to have a relationship. I didn't want to date, like, I met a few people, like, over the last few years. I guess if I really, really wanted to be with them, I could have. But I just knew right off the bat, these are unhealthy scenarios. Like, that doesn't seem good to me, and I don't really see the point, like, of pursuing something with somebody where I just wouldn't feel healthy or happy about it, yeah. So, but, yeah, the dating thing's kind of, like, not healthy in my opinion. I think people should just go back to, like, meeting people through their friends or just through organic scenarios, but also just the whole general thing that people think it's okay to make any comment that they want about somebody. It's kind of weird. It's not good, in my opinion, but, you know, some people think, oh, it's good to make any comment that pops in our head about anybody, but yeah, I guess I have to add more words to that restricted list, and they're just words I didn't think I had to add. But yeah, I have a few already that I've put on that list, but now I think there's new ones, and I'm just like, it's weird, like, but I guess some people, I could have just left those comments up, but it was causing confusion, and it made somebody think something that wasn't true, so yeah, I had to delete that, because, like, I'm not going to let somebody think something that wasn't true was happening to me, because somebody decided to make an assumption about me because they thought that was cool. Like, it's kind of weird to comment about a woman's body that way anyway, because it wasn't something positive. It's like, oh, first part started out positive, nice braids, but oh, they just couldn't help themselves. Like, I just had to make my bad comment. I just couldn't help myself today. Well, anyway, enough of coloring that comment. It brought up a lot of thoughts that I have about people wanting to control other people, wanting to, like, I don't know, kind of dominate other people, wanting to act like everything that they do or the way that they think is somehow, I don't know, I'm just so over that. So I want to find a more introverted way to share positivity with people. I think you could be extroverted and not need to project all your views on other people, and just, like, literally look for things that you appreciate about people and learn to bite your tongue. Like, I know some people, like, well, certain people, like, that are on the spectrum can't bite their tongue. Certain people, well, you know what? Some people learn that, maybe I shouldn't say that, maybe I shouldn't do that. And it's not always people on the spectrum. And there's a lot of extroverted, opinionated people that just like to tell everybody what they think or whatever pops in their head. Not everything that pops in your head should be a thought that comes out in your words. You know, but what do I know? I need to add those words to my list because they're very confused little puppies. We have some confused puppies in our society. And they think, I thought this. I should say it today. I don't know. I'd be kind of embarrassed if I said everything that popped in my head, because I might be like, maybe I said some things that weren't true today. Maybe some of the things I said weren't accurate. Or maybe some of the things I said just weren't classy. Not every comment that somebody makes is classy, you know. You can, and this is not about socioeconomic class. Like, you could be rich, and you could be like Donald Trump, because, well, I don't exactly consider Donald Trump like a classy guy. Like, he's not somebody that I would aspire to be. Maybe when he was younger, like, it's kind of sad actually, because I used to think, like, if you watch I've never been a fan of his opinions, but when he was a younger man, he used to seem more like his son Baron, who to me is a very like seems very classy. But something happened to him along the way where he decided being brash and just like saying whatever popped in his head was a better way to be. It's sad because I feel like maybe he was more classy when he was younger. Sometimes people age in a way that makes them less thoughtful. I don't know. But that's just an example. Like, you could have a lot of money. That doesn't make you more classy. So this is not a socioeconomic class comment. It's just kind of like, is that something appropriate? Should I just say anything that popped into my head today? Maybe not. You know, maybe not. Maybe some things that we think shouldn't be a comment, but I know. It's just thought provoking. Anyway, I love this shirt because it's my cross stitch palm tree shirt, and I made it a few years back. I don't know when I'm going to make more Zazzle shirts because I made a lot of them over the years, and I have quite a few. I think if I complete a drawing I really love, I'll make another Zazzle shirt for it. But if you do like my Zazzle shirts that feature my artwork and photography, you can always find them on Zazzle, and it's in the link in my bio. Thanks for watching.